Okay. So in today's class, we're going to check present perfect. I mean, I have here the, yeah. This is, what do they have in common? Yes, the subject, right? Have or has plus the past participle. And this is known as the present perfect, right? Presente perfecto, present perfect. So today we're going to check present perfect to talk about life experiences and unfinished actions. And also for this week, we have our first homework assignment, and I'm going to explain you that at the end of the class. So in case you don't know, this is the past participle. Okay, we have, when you check the verbs, you usually find 3 lines, right? You find the infinitive, right? Be, come, do. You also find the past simple. Okay, we have came, did, ate, made, and so on. And then we have the past participle. We have, in this case, been, come, done, eaten, made, seen, taken, and written. Okay, this is very important because this tense, este tiempo, this tense is different. You have to use these verbs. Okay, you have to use this line of the verbs. So when do we use present perfect? We use it to talk about life experiences. Okay, experiencias de vida, life experiences. For example, the game, Yo Nunca Nunca, that is about your life experiences, right? Because you say, I have never done this. Yo nunca he hecho esto, right? I've never done blah, blah, blah. So for instance, have you ever studied English before in your whole life? Have you ever studied English? You can say, yes, I have. No, I haven't, right? Or she has done 2 degrees in archaeology. She has done 2 degrees in archaeology. Life experience, right? Life experience. And unfinished actions, actions that are not finished yet. For instance, I've lived in Paris for 5 years. I've lived in Paris for 5 years. Or she's known Karen, she has known Karen since 1976. And this part of the unfinished actions is very important because here I have the explanation of it. So when we talk about unfinished actions, it means that we have a connection, okay? There is a connection between the past and the present, okay? The past and the present. And the example, I've lived in Paris for 5 years means that you moved to Paris, te mudaste a París, right? You moved to Paris 5 years ago, 5 años atrás, 5 years ago, but nowadays, hoy en día, nowadays, you still live in Paris, okay? Todavía vives ahí. You still live in Paris. Are you getting the idea, guys? Or do you have questions, doubts? It's important to share our doubts, questions here. Do you know how to use it? Do you have doubts, comments? You can write in the chat. You can use the microphone if you want. All okay. Okay. For Pablo, is everything okay? And what about the rest of you? Valeria, Francisca, okay, all clear. We have Matias, Emilio, Elizabeth, Cata. Yes, we are going to check more examples now. We are going to check. Okay, pero for instance, Pablo, Francisca y Cata. I mean, it was Catalina. Yes. Can you give an example? Ustedes podrían pensar en un ejemplo using present perfect. Can you think of an example? I'm going to come back to the last slide. Here you can see some examples, but can you think of an example? And write the example in the chat. What have you done in your life, for instance? For example, I can say, I have been to Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu once. I've been to Machu Picchu once. Yo he ido a Machu Picchu una vez. That's a life experience. I've been to Machu Picchu once. Can you think of an extra example? Something that you have done, algo que hayan hecho in your life? Or maybe something that you have never done, algo que nunca han hecho. For instance, I can say that I've never been to Disney World. I've never been to Disney World. I've eaten pizza once this week. Yeah, okay, that's a good example. That's a very good example. I've eaten pizza once. Okay, good. Yo he comido pizza una vez esta semana, right? I have danced folklore for 10 years. Good. That's another good example. Okay, so we have Pablo and Catalina. Can you give one more example? Some of you, I mean, maybe Emilio, Matias, Elizabeth. One more example, so we can move on. For instance, I can say that I have studied at university maybe for 5 years. I've studied at university for 5 years. Okay, so now we're going to practice a little bit. Here we have the unfinished action. Something that it is also important. This is super important. No sé si se acuerdan la clase pasada, creo que fue last class. We checked some keywords. Vimos algunas keywords, palabras claves, keywords, that we use in certain tenses, que usamos en algunos tiempos. So in this case, in present perfect, you usually find these questions. You find ever, for, since, yet, already, still. Okay, and you have to place this word between the verb have and the other verb. For instance, I have never been. I have never been to Disney World. I have never been. Okay, these words are very common in present perfect. And today we're going to check for and since also. Okay, we're going to check 2 of them today. So Now I have here, well, you already answered this question. Can you think of some examples? So now we're going to practice a little bit. So maybe you can clarify your doubts. So here we have two sentences, right? Two sentences. And the idea is that you complete these sentences using the verbs in brackets, ya, en los paréntesis, using present perfect. So for example, we in this flat since last April. We in this flat since last April. So how can I complete this sentence using present perfect? Using the verb live. How can I answer that? So I'm going to do the first example. So I can say we have lived in this flat since last April. The idea is that you answer these questions using present perfect, okay? We have lived. We have lived. So what about the next one? The guitar since I was 12 years old, using play. What would be the correct answer here? Good. I've played o I have played. Okay, eso significa lo mismo. El I've, it's the contraction. Remember that in English, it's very common to find contractions, yeah, contracciones. So for instance, instead of saying she is, I say she's. Okay, contractions are very popular in English, mainly in spoken English. Ya cuando se habla en inglés, in spoken English, it's very common to find contractions. Very good. So we've lived in this flat since last April, and I've played the guitar. Okay, remember that we have to use the past participle in this case. And what about the next sentences? What about these ones? I mean this one, only this one. He with the same company for nearly 12 years. Work. What would be the correct answer here? Using the verb work. Okay, but Elizabeth, it says he. No we, he. We have one answer, he has worked. He has worked, okay. We have answers from Francisca and Elizabeth. And what about Valeria? What do you think is the correct answer here? What would be the answer? Valeria can answer, also Pablo can answer the question, Emilio, Matias, and Catalina. What do you think? He has worked. Good. Very good. Yes, that's the correct answer. He has worked. Okay, I'm with my classmates. Okay. And can you explain me why is it has, he has, and it is not he have? Why do we use has instead of have? Can you explain that? Yeah, great. We use has only for he, she, or it. Yeah, that's very important. Very, very important, okay? Great. So the other thing that we are going to check now is the use of for and since. And here we have two examples. We have, we've talked for 40 minutes. For 40 minutes. And I've been at work since 8:30. What's the difference between for and since? The only difference is that in this case, for 40 minutes, it means a period of time, okay? How long this period is, okay? ¿Qué tan largo, I mean, cuánto dura, por ejemplo, el periodo, right? How long this period is for 40 minutes. And on the other side, we use since to talk about the starting point, okay? The starting point. And this means that we talk about when the period began in this case, okay? ¿Cuándo comenzó esto? El punto de partida, the starting point. So, for example, we have here in case you, if you can see here in all of the examples, we have since. We have since and we have for. So we have since last April. Okay, you know the starting point. Uno sabe cuándo empezó, right? El punto de partida fue last April. And since I was 12, again, you know the starting point. You know the starting point. Okay, but on the contrary, here we have for nearly 12 years. We don't have their starting point. No se sabe cuándo comenzó. ¿Qué fecha exacta comenzó? Right? But we know for how long, ¿cierto? ¿Por cuánto tiempo? ¿Cuánto tiempo? 12 años, 12 years. Pero no sabemos cuándo empezó, right? Puede haber empezado el año 1900, el año 2000. We don't know that. We don't know that, okay? That is the only difference between for and since. Okay, that's the only difference. So remember, when you know the starting point is since, but when you don't know the starting point is for. So for instance, can you tell me, can you write an example using for and since? Using for and since? For instance, I can say we've studied for 30 minutes, right? For 30 minutes. But we can also say we've studied. Yes, very good. I've been in class since 9:30 today. Very good. That's a very good example, right? You know the starting point. Is clear this, the use of for and since? Yes? Okay, yes, again. It is not complicated. I know, no es tan complicado. So here again, we have a summary maybe. When do we use for? When do we use since? Okay, for period of time and since the starting point. And here you have some examples for 5 minutes, for 2 weeks, for half an hour, for a while, a long time. And since 6 o'clock, since Thursday, since March, the year, since I was young, and so on. So now let's check if you actually understood the use of for and since, and the same kind of exercise. In the first one, we have, I've had the same car 10 years. Since 10 years or for 10 years? For, right? Yes, very good. Very good. For 10 years, right? For 10 years. Probably this is going to be a part of your test. Okay, probablemente this is going to be in your test. Okay, so complete with for and since. Maybe, just maybe. And in the second one, we have, I've known my boyfriend for the 1990 or since? Since. Yes, good. I've known my boyfriend since the 1990. Good. Good. Very good. Very good. And here, what about the next one? He has been a teacher more than 30 years. Okay, we have for. One for. For again, for. No, that's not for me. Okay. Matías, are you here? Matías Barcos? Okay, Matías. Yes, Hugo. Okay, so can you tell me the answer for he has been a teacher? He has been a teacher for or since? For, good. Yeah, he has been a teacher for more than 30 years. Very good. And the last one, remember that he is él, right? He, él, and she, ella. Okay. And the last one says, she has worked for this company for a month or since a month? We have since. What about the rest? What do you think? For a month? Since a month? We have for. For. Okay, good. Yeah, it is for. It's the same as the other example, 30 years, 30 años. But here we have a month, right? No sabemos el starting point. No sabemos cuándo empezó, solo sabemos cuánto lleva. Okay, Matías? Okay, that's the reason why, for a month. Good, very good. So I want to know if you have any questions, any doubts about this? No? Okay, Elizabeth is clear. But what about maybe Matías? Cata, are you clear? Emilio, Pablo, all right. Okay. Okay. No doubts. I want to know if you are clear. That's the idea of the workshop, that we can clarify doubts, right? Answer doubts. Todo bien. Okay. Okay. And do you have any specific doubts about this unit, about unit 2? Or about unit 1 as well? Antes de que vayamos a otro tema, me gustaría saber si están claros. If you are clear, si es que tienen alguna duda respecto a la unit 2 or maybe unit 1. I don't have idea about the contents, so I don't have that. Okay, everything is in the, I'm going to show you this in case you haven't checked Aula Virtual. But here, as you can see, maybe in unit 1, you have the lessons from teacher Francisco, but you also have a study material. And in a study material, you have like everything very explained, okay? Everything is explained here, everything. You have like a lot of things that you can check here, and also exercises. You have exercises, for instance, yes, we have present simple, past simple, yes. And also it's the same in unit 2, because I checked this before the class, antes de la clase, and here we have the same. We have present perfect simple, again, keywords for present perfect simple, the difference between present simple and past simple, vocabulary at work. No sé si ya vieron lo de work, ustedes en clases. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Okay, but in case you have checked this is the difference between work, working, work for, and so on, and different words that we use to talk about jobs, right? For and since, you have another video here. ¿Con eso estamos listos para el test? Yes, yes, I think that this is a very good summary of all of the units, okay? So now I want you to check this. This is the workshop tab, pestaña tab. And here we have homework 1. Okay, this is our homework number 1. I'm going to open the window because, okay. So as you can see here, we have homework 1. This homework, you can do it until September the 3rd, okay, on Friday. So as you can see here, I'm going to show you the homework. It's a very simple homework, okay? Es súper simple lo que hay que hacer. So in the first one, says reorder the sentences, reordenar las oraciones. Okay, so here you have to move the words to order the sentence. Okay, reordenar la oración. You have 5 sentences here, only 5. Okay, and the next exercise is about present perfect. And this is also very simple. It says, write the past participle of the verb. Okay, the past participle. So here we have a study. What is the past participle of a study? You have to write your answer here. Okay. And finally, you have to write 4 sentences. You have only 4 sentences using present perfect. For example, I've studied English since 2005. So you have to write 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, it's a very simple homework, and it's important to know that these pieces of homework are graded. Ya, estas tareas son con nota. Ok, porque pasan 2 cosas. Podíamos tener 3 quizzes o 2 quizzes y una nota extra en cualquier cosa. Sí, Pablo, this is the first piece of homework. ¿Ya? Así que para no tener 3 quizzes en el semestre, hay tareitas. ¿Ya? And this is going to be your first homework. Si ustedes hacen la tarea, onda, se meten acá y ponen así como terminar el intento y enviar, you will have a 7. Pero this is very important. Esto es importante y lo voy a explicar en español para que quede súper claro. Que lo envíen no quiere decir que van a tener automáticamente el 7. Tienen que responder la tarea. Ya me ha pasado en otros ingleses, en otros cursos, que hay gente que se mete y pone terminar intento y listo. Y ya, terminó. Pero no envía nada. Ya, no es la gracia que hagan eso. La gracia es que respondan la tarea y así también yo les puedo dar feedback después. ¿Ok? Is it clear? You have to answer the test. I mean the homework. Ya no solamente poner enviar todo y terminar y no haber puesto nada. Ya tienen que responderla. Porque yo me meto a revisar. Yes, no hacer trampa. Mira, Matías. Porque yo lo voy a revisar. Yo me meto a revisar esto. ¿Ok? So, before we go, antes que nos vayamos, porque igual me gustaría que usaran el tiempo de la ayudantía para hacer la tarea, pero antes de que nos vayamos, before we go, I want to check something about work, study, work and study in terms of vocabulary, de vocabulario. So I'm going to show you this. And in the software, we have here this exercise. Can you see my screen, right? Yes. Okay, so we have different pictures here. And we have different words. We have here Spanish, medicine, accounting, history, IT skills, art, maths, catering, science, engineering, music, archaeology. So the idea now, is that you try to discover which picture is each one, okay? For instance, I can say, okay, Spanish, this one. Okay, medicine, I don't know. Okay, this one. Accounting, I don't know, this one, okay? This is only vocabulary, yeah? So what do you think about the first picture? What do you think about the first picture? Is it medicine, accounting, history, archaeology? What do you think? Archaeology, okay. Do you agree with Elizabeth? ¿Están de acuerdo con Elizabeth? Okay, yes. Okay, we have here archaeology. Good. And what about this? We have a computer here, a mouse. What do you think about this? Is it medicine, accounting, ET skills? Yeah, do you know what IT means? IT? Do you, that was a direct message. IT? Do you know what IT means? That means information technology skills. Yes, it is about information. Yes, IT skills. So what do you think about the third picture? Is it science, engineering, music? What do you think? Do you think that the computer is music or the one that is next to that? Ah, yeah. Yes, we have music here. Okay. And this one was IT skills, information, technology skills, right? And what about this? We have like a map and numbers. Map and numbers. Accounting. Okay, do you agree with Matías? ¿Están de acuerdo con Matías? Do you agree with Matías? Okay, Matías says no. No, okay. Okay, Matías, which one is that? You can help history. Okay, history. And the next one? I think that the next one is familiar for you. Yeah, math. Good, very good. And the following. What about the following? Science. Yeah, science, right? That was like easy, science. And then we have someone painting. Yeah, art, cool. Yeah, and next we have a guy with a piece of paper, I don't know, with a helmet, casco with a helmet. Engineering. Yeah, good, engineering. Okay, and then what do we have? A calculator. What is that picture? Maybe medicine? Okay, Francisca says accounting. Do you agree with Francisca? Accounting? Accounting. Accounting. And then we have two left. We have a guy with a mask, right? Medicine. Good. And the last one, well, Catherine. Catherine. So we're going to check. Good, very good. It was easy, right? That one was easy. Also, you can practice here in the software. This is self-work, okay, autonomous work, trabajo autónomo. I recommend you to check this one, working conditions. In case you have checked this with Professor Francisco. Okay, working conditions. And also, no, that would be it. Because for and since, we already checked that. And present perfect, we already checked that. Okay. Also, studying number 3. This is about a college degree. This is vocabulary. I'm pretty sure you checked this with Professor Francisco. So as we have some minutes left, I want to check this last exercise, and then you can work in the homework, okay? On the homework. So take a look at this. We have some words, right? We have college, skills, degree, subject, exam, thesis, and course. Do you know the meaning of these words? The meaning of these words? ¿Conocen lo que significan? The meaning, el significado. Or they are new to you, o son nuevas. Okay, we have degree. Does anyone know here what degree means? ¿Alguien sabe lo que es un degree? A ver si podemos ayudar a Matías. Degree. Ya, ok, tenemos grado. Do you agree with Pablo? ¿Están de acuerdo con Pablo? Yes, Pablo. Es en el contexto académico, right? Todo esto es en contexto académico de estudio, ¿cierto? Entonces el degree, claro, es como, sí, es el grado de algo. Por ejemplo, ustedes pueden hablar de degree si es que están como en la universidad ahora. A degree in education, a degree in mathematics. Eso es un degree. Ya ustedes cuando terminen the university, you're going to have like your degree. Eso es el degree. So, pero a veces es como complicado entenderlo, el degree. Pero eso es como el título de algo, el degree. So, having said that, what do you think about the first sentence? They are doing a short in local history. They are doing a short in local history. Or I'm going to start with the easiest, la más fácil, number 7. A ver, empezamos por esta. Llevamos descartando. Dice, history was my favorite at school. Was my favorite at school. My favorite subject. Yeah, good. Because at school we have subjects, right? Los cursos, los ramos, asignaturas, right? Las asignaturas. What's your favorite subject? Yeah, in this case, subject. History was my favorite subject at school. Okay. Now we have, I didn't do any work, so I failed my, number 4. I didn't do any work, so I failed my exam. Yeah, okay. Do you agree with Pablo? ¿Están de acuerdo con Pablo que es exam? Yeah, exam. We have a lot of exam here, exam. This one, number 2. La 2 la acabamos de ver. For many jobs, you need good IT college, IT skills, IT degree, IT thesis. Yeah, right. IT skills. IT skills are always together. Siempre van juntas. Siempre, siempre. Number 5. He is writing. He is writing on ancient Egyptian art. She is writing a thesis. Good. She is writing a thesis on ancient Egyptian art. Right. Number 6. She applied. She applied to, but she didn't get in. We have college. Okay. Do you agree with? Yes, college, right? So, for instance, when we are in cuarto medio, we apply to college, right? We have to take the PTU ahora es PTU, right? PTU test to apply to college. Yes. Bueno, en mis tiempos PSU. en nuestros tiempos yo creo que PSU. Okay. So she applied to. Siempre que ven apply es apply to college. Siempre es apply to college. Okay. And then we have she's got a in medicine. She's got a course or a degree. Okay, Matías said degree. Good, degree, right? Degree in medicine. Por ejemplo, ustedes van a hacer un degree in, yo creo que igual es education, right? Education, mathematics, right? A degree in what you study. And finally, they are doing a short course in local history. Good. So I think that here we have some easiest words. Algunas son más fáciles, for instance, exam. Exam siempre va con pass the exam o fail the exam. Okay, you can say pass the exam, fail the exam. Esto también se conoce como collocations. So, esto se les voy a mostrar acá. Hay un diccionario que se llama Oxford Collocation Dictionary. ¿Ya? Y son palabras que siempre van juntas. Por ejemplo, si yo pongo acá exam, me va a salir aquí con verbo. Dice prepare for the exam, revise, study for the exam. Son palabras, aquí dice failure, pass. Do exam, sit the exam, take exam, fail. Son palabras que always go together. For instance, si yo pongo degree, aquí igual son, ¿dónde está? Aquí dice, do a degree, he took a degree in law. He took a degree in law. Ok, este dictionary de collocations les puede servir si es que lo quieren revisar. Como les digo, son palabras que siempre van juntas. Por ejemplo, have a shower. Si yo hablo de shower, siempre digo have. Have a shower. Ya, también pueden buscar en internet que son las collocations y son palabras que siempre van juntas. Son como pequeñas frasecitas que siempre van juntas. For instance, si yo pongo test, va a ser lo mismo. Me van a salir como a demanding test, a difficult test, do a test, sit for the test, take a test. Y esto de studying part 3, esto de course, skills, degree, siempre son collocations que las pueden revisar if you want. Okay, so the idea now is that you work on this. in the homework. ¿Ya? La idea es que trabajen en este tiempo que les queda en la homework. Ya, acuérdense que si entregan la homework, se van a sacar un 7. Si no entregan la homework, yo les voy a poner un 1. ¿Ya? So, if you don't have any questions, you are free to go. ¿Ya? Se pueden ir si quieren, si no tienen más dudas. Bye, Matías. Cuídese.
Chao, profe, gracias.
Chao, Fran. Cuídate. Bye, bye.
Chao, profe, gracias por la clase.
Bye, Pablo.
Esté
Take
súper.
care. Yeah, thank you. Bye, Cata. Bye, bye. Bye, Emilio. Bye, Elizabeth.